Session 1, Scrum Master interview person, session 1. So why you have chosen the very first person? Why you have chosen Scrum Master as your career? Why you have chosen Scrum Master as your career? So I can say, like, the first category persons could be introductory persons. Introductory persons. So why you have chosen Scrum Master as your career? So, first I wanted to listen answer from one or two people out of the audience. Then I'll give my experiences why I have chosen Scrum Master as my career. So open to discussion now. Anyone, two people can give their answers. Why you have chosen Scrum Master as your career? Then I will try to give my answer.
Yeah, my name is Ashok Kumar. Initially, I have an experience with project management where I worked with the reporting sectors for 10 years. So interacting with many of the clients, with the airlines, concessionaries, central government employees, state government employees, and collecting their requirements and providing very good product to them. So this is my first career started with project management. So it's been working for the same sector for 10 years. So after that, I got an opportunity to work with as a business analyst for the multinational company. So while working with that, why can't I can shift to my career with Scrum development, because I don't have experience with software development, but I have a very good experience with tackling with the multiple clients, working with the multiple projects. So that is why I chose my career as a Scrum Master.
Yeah, wonderful. Ashok, I really appreciate your answer. Anyone else can give answers? One more person can give your answer.
Okay. This is how I'll start with this. I have been working in the finance domain for the past 10 years, where I have exposure to different departments. And prior to that, I had also some programming knowledge and technology background for that. So in this process, in this tenure of 10 years, I found myself that I am very good at networking with different stakeholders, be it technology, be it operations or whatever, but I'm very good at, naturally it comes to me. So I'm very good at connecting the people of different domain or different segments. So in this company, I also got appreciation from some technology team where I somehow got some opportunities to work into the project of some transition. So there I learned that I am very good at Scrum Master, and I started pursuing it more deeper into it. And thereon also I got many opportunities from my organization who supported me and also gave me a good chance to prove myself as a Scrum Master. So now I definitely enjoy with interacting different clients, be it internal, be it the stakeholder from our client outside the organization. But I connect very well, and I just translate whatever the person needs into the other person, and that's how I make it very smooth for the project to run. That's all from me.
From I really appreciate your answer. If anyone is interested to give your answer, yes, I can allow one more, or I will give my answer.
Ramana, should I add?
Yes.
Yeah. So, hi everyone, this is Preeti here. So, I have been working as a Scrum Master for multiple teams. So, I feel that the qualities of a Scrum Master. So, I have got these questions in interview in a different perspective. They ask us what you feel as an important qualities of a Scrum Master. So, it's similarly we can say that there are some qualities which I feel I'm good at it, and that's the reason I would like to make my career in Scrum Master. So, as someone said earlier, that networking, that is really a good quality, and that helps in connecting a lot of people. So similarly, if you see these Scrum Master qualities, the servant leadership is something that is very important. time management is very important. Coordinating or the team management, generating or creating a self-organizing team is important. And I feel I'm good at these qualities, and that is the reason I would like to work as a Scrum Master. Also, the opportunities that you cannot be a Scrum Master for throughout your life, right? There are some opportunities you grow. So in case if you have done if you are into scaled agile, you go up to the next levels of managing the scrums at a higher level, at the program level. So those kind of growth that this particular role gives you, a growth as an agile coach, a growth as an RT, these kind of growth opportunities it gives. That is the reason I feel I am good at working as a scrum master, or I would like to take up this role. So these are the some or more pointers I would like to add.
Yeah, thanks, Preeti. Like it's really good answer. Okay, so coming to like my if I attend the interview, it's my answer. It's not like one person answer is correct. My answer, just I wanted to share my answer with you. So why I have chosen Scrum Master as my career? I started my my IT career as a initially I trained in development, .NET development. Then I worked on few internal .NET applications. Then I moved to tester because of the client requirement. At that time I was in bench, and then I moved to tester. So after gaining 2-3 years of experience as a tester in one of the project, the major challenge what we observed, requirements are continuously changing and client is not extending the deadline. So client wants to be delivered on time, even with requirements, continuous changing of the requirements. Then at that time I was working as a tester in that project, and I interacted with my team leads what we have to do to handle this scenario. Then we had so many brainstorming sessions, and we decided to propose agile methodology. It's happened somewhere in 2008. Then client was new to agile, even we were new to agile. Then we started exploring ourselves on what is agile, how this iterative model works, what is incremental iterative approach. So we started exploring this iterative approach of delivery. And agile is also these many frameworks were not there at that time. Scaled agile or enterprise agile, Kanban, these many were not. It might be there, but it's not these many best practices, training materials, certifications were not there, and these many tools also not there. At that time, quality center, these kind of tools were there, but not completely supporting agile transformation. So when we started proposing agile transformation, so client was happy with that, and client started seeing the value, so okay, every iteration or every sprint we started delivering a new working product. And the client started showcasing that to the stakeholders or regulatory boards of USA. So they were happy, entire product may not be ready, but whatever the features required to deliver, which we call it as a minimal viable product, that is available at early stages of the product itself. But so of course that is really an achievement, but we have seen several challenges, challenge one. So people, entire team is not ready for agile kind of working. There was a clear cut differentiations. We have seen development team, testing team, okay, and so even the communication part or collaboration part also. So there were so many challenges, because agile also at early stages at the time, there were so many challenges we have seen. So somehow we managed that project. So later I moved to working with one of the US banking client. There it was a different challenge. It's not about requirement changes. The problem was every month we have to deliver as per the agreement. In this project, the problem was client is not finalizing the requirement for first and it's not about changing the requirements. So first week of the release, we should be ready with the requirements. So second and third week development, fourth week testing. That was a cycle. but client is not finalizing the requirements end of the first week. Obviously, that is development is not completed end of the third week. So instead of actual as per plan, at least we require 10 working days to testing, but we are getting only 5 working days, including regression testing. So then again, so we started so discussion on why we should not implement it, why we should not implement this project in Agile, because there we can come up with a release plan or we can come up with a sprint plan kind of thing. So we started so converting that into a sprint planning meetings. We divided into 2 sprints per month. So we when we started the two Agile, still we have seen strong resistance from the business team. So they were not happy. They were not happy why we are delivering into Agile kind of thing. So because there was a huge pressure on the development team when they initially shifted to Agile transformation. Okay, so this was the problem statement. Okay, so then so then one of the senior Agile coach appointed in my project. So being a testing team person, so he observed that the way I am interacting with the other team members, the way I am coordinating with the dev team and and BAs and business team. So the way I'm coordinating with all the teams, so he started me as a Scrum Master, and when I started so I learned so many things while working with Agile coach, so we taken this project as a pilot project throughout for that client, and we started even infrastructure transformation also towards Agile. We established Agile storyboard, we established Agile table, and so not only training wise or mindset changes, we established physical changes, and we started motivating the team by saying this is the first project in entire your for this client to move to Agile transformation, and so we started some kind of innovation like thinking beyond waterfall model is the context till I remember. So we introduced thinking beyond waterfall model concept, and when we introduced thinking beyond waterfall model, then thinking beyond traditional model, thinking beyond waterfall model, thinking beyond sequential approach. So people actively participated. So we divided into 3 phases. First phase we have given a coaching kind of thing, and second phase we have done physical transformation of the office structure, and the third phase we have focused on automation, Python script writing, cross functional team building and all. So this entire program is actually monitored and initiated by senior Agile coach, but his duration was only 1 month to 2 months time. So he so based on my interactions with, as I told, so my how I am collaborating with all the other team members, he appointed me as a Scrum Master. That's how I got an opportunity. So I converted myself from Agile team member to Agile Scrum Master based on the challenges. Mainly one thing is requirements are changing, and second thing is so delay in giving the requirements, delay in giving the build development and all those things. So so what I wanted to say, so successful Scrum Masters, the main as Preeti pointed out, so qualities required are, so how you actively collaborate with the business team and how you understand the blocking points of the team, so and how you convert that impediments into a open discussion, and how you provide solution in a positive environment. So these characteristics are required. And so in addition to that, when I started researching on Agile, Scrum, all these things, it became a passion subject to me. So the passion also one of the important factor what I observed, I constantly or continuously I focused on Scrum, Safe, Kanban, so Jira, Rally, how these tools are evolving and how these frameworks are moving up, how these are implemented in other industries, not only in banking or insurance, how it is implemented in other domains. So even I can say one of my achievement till now is SAP Agile transformation, which I have done for one of the complex project, purely waterfall and maintenance project. So I can say that is one of the achievement till now. So one thing, I got opportunity from the projects. Second thing, my passion. This combination helped me to choose my career as a Scrum Master. So if this is my answer if I attend the interview. Okay. So let's move on to second question. Okay, so hope everyone is clear about first question. Any further discussion required? Can I move on to second question?
Yeah, Ramana. Actually, that was a real answer, like good direction from you. Because using those technical terms actually gives confidence that okay, this person knows a lot about the Scrum Master and all, and it's not like just superficial thing. So definitely, your version of answer definitely helps us. So before we move to the second question, actually, I wanted from you to know that whether the answer is what answer we are giving is too long or too short. How do we get into to that?
No, generally,
Like,
Swami, it's really good question. It's really good question. I appreciate. And what general methodology I support my students, like see that depends upon the interviewer mindset, right? So that we cannot predict it. So the simple logic here, till interviewer says stop your answer, it is better to continue and provide as much as information in terms of challenges, experiences, achievements, so that the introductory question, first question, tell me about yourself, why you chosen. So from these questions, like we should be able to guide the interviewer about our experiences, challenges, and achievements, and via these questions only interviewer should ask us the next question. Like that, we have to bring interview into our control.
okay, yeah, makes sense. Person to person it varies, and we have to make that decision there. Yeah.
Out of 10 interviewers, there could be 2 interviewers who don't like this too lengthy answer, but 80% is better to go with the lengthy answer only.
Ramna, like normally how much time like this for the Scrum Master, the interview schedule may happen?
We have many people who are attending the interviews in this room, like Preeti, Amol, many people we have. So they are the right people to answer this question.
Can you come again? What was the question?
Ashok,
What is the like estimation time like an interview like with Scrum Master? So how much time normally the interviews will take like a time span? Like it's like 1 hour or half an hour, or it is like 2 hours?
I have seen interviews generally scheduled for 1 hour. So that's the general trend. Unless there were some half an hour interviews also. So last 2 weekends back, there was an interview drive for one of the organizations for only for Scrum Master positions, and they wanted to schedule or complete the interviews, I mean, first round, second round, and then the HR round or the pre-offer kind of thing within the 1 day in that drive. So there they had scheduled it for half an hour. So in that case, they just judge you with some 1 or 2 questions. If they feel yes, there is worth talking to this candidate, they will continue. Else they clearly say, okay, we don't have any more questions for you. Do you have any questions? And then they will close the interview. It happens practically. I've seen that examples. Sometimes it also happens that the interviewer is so confident within the 2 answers itself, he will immediately, okay, I don't feel anything I should ask you. You have correctly answered the first 2 questions, that shows your experience. So I'll directly, they will recommend you for the second round. So that also has happened with me.
Okay. Preeti, did you got any chance like the interviews is asking like to like you like a formula of a common chart or bonus chart? Is it any scenario asking such kind of question by the interviewer?
The
You
question
got
is not clear to me.
for an example.
Sorry?
For an example, like if the interview is asking about to show the what exactly the formula of like to know to find out a burn-down chart or burn-up chart, like what kind of formula you are using? Is got any situation like you have to write some kind of formula in front of him, like in the sky?
One of my interviewer had asked me to show the velocity graph, a standard velocity graph of your team for last 5-6 sprints. So how should it flow? And you have to give the once you draw one of the standard velocity graph for last 5 6 sprints, then they will ask you the questions based on that graph. Okay, why have you shown your downwards? Why in the initial period it is less? So those kind of questions I have seen.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
like, how did you draw this? Like it was a one-on-one, or like it was a video sharing kind of an interview?
Yeah, video sharing. It was they asked me to draw it on a page. Asked me have a pen and paper with me, draw it immediately and show it on the call itself.
Okay. But one more thing, like, see, I have not attended any interview yet, but I might get some scheduled this week. So one doubt is like usually any role. Okay, so the general interview format is like we have a technical round, then a manager round, then an HR round. So no, for this is the first time I'm like, if I'm going to attend Scrum Master, I'm not able to get like what will be the format, because technical round wise, I'm not. It is if I go by the interview questions and all, I feel that it is mostly all scenario based only. So what would be asked in a technical round? Like how it will be? Like all the question I see are like all scenario based, or like all
Yeah,
experience.
that's correct. No,
So
for
even if
Scrum
it is a
Master,
technical round,
you see
yeah,
that scenario
even if
based. Technical questions
yeah,
will be for technical project manager or product owner type of people. They'll definitely ask you some technical questions. But normally for Scrum Masters, I haven't seen the technical questions.
so how usually are the interview breakup, like first round, second round and all? Usually, like what is the first round, what is second round?
Normally, 2 rounds of this technical discussions where they'll ask you about all the Scrum events that we have noted these questions, and third round is generally the HR round. So that's the general trend. For some of the organizations, they do technical or the interview panel takes 3 rounds of discussions, and then the fourth, fifth they will conduct for HR. That depends on organization to organization also.
Okay, okay, Preeti, thanks.
Shatrughan, to add on that, I have been given interviews from last couple of months. So usually technical round is like one of the scrum master or maybe the agile coach will take the first round. It depends upon what kind of hierarchy they're following. So basically, they start with the basic questions: what is agile, what is sprint, what is burn done, and all. So based on the answers, they'll ask you scenario-based questions like what are the challenges you faced as a scrum master, what kind of challenges you had with the product owner or with the team, the management. So questions goes on like this. So they may not give you a scenario. They will ask you what kind of scenario you came across in your career and how you resolved it. So some companies may have 3 rounds of interview, or some companies may have 2 rounds of interview. So I have seen first 2 rounds interview being taken by Scrum Masters itself, because that organization or project may not have agile coach or any other a person who is aware of agile. So it all depends upon the organization. But usually it will be almost similar questions, but second round will be more based on the scenario based one.
Okay, okay, Santosh, that's helpful. Hmm. So, one more thing I can ask, like, have you ever, has anyone been asked like on the tools knowledge and all? Like, I know generally we mention like I have experience with Jira, but if they are expecting some similar knowledge in the tool which they are using, or like tools based question will pop up usually, or like it's
Uh,
only scenario based.
no, they'll ask you about tools because I have attended one interview where the person was from another country. So he opened Jira and he asked me about the burn down, burn up, and he asked why there is a different lines which we see. What are the reasons? How he has so many questions in the Jira itself. So you should
Okay.
be completely aware of the tool, especially when you're telling you're using burn down or burn up. and whichever you mention, you should be completely aware of it, and they
We
may
need to be
ask
very
you.
familiar with the tool also.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Santosh, for your answer. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, what are the challenges you have faced in your as a Scrum Master? What are the challenges you have faced as a Scrum Master? As a Scrum Master in your current project. So this is my second question. Open to answers.
So
What are the challenges you have faced as a current project?
when a product owner asks us to add to a few more stories to the current sprint, so being as a scrum master, we have discussed, as a scrum master, I have discussed with the development team, the new what are all the new stories were added for the sprint, and what will be the velocity, in case if we add this new stories, what are the pending stories, so that can we able to complete this entire stories with the new stories adding in time. So after discussing with the Scrum development team, we approached to the product owner. So saying that most few of the stories need to be dropped in order to add the new sprints and to be completed the sprint. This is the main challenge we have faced.
Okay. So any other answers? What are the challenges you have faced as a Scrum Master?
Ramana, one actually thing. It does. There's a challenge. I have to be only like on in terms of technical aspect and all. See, because I was for like 3 to 4 months for a short term, and my challenge was not with the technical aspect and all. Like mine was like directly one person came in and told that he's not comfortable working with the person. So can we discuss those things also here?
Yes, it's a challenge only, right?
Yeah, that also will be qualifying as a challenge. Yeah, like I
Yes,
had one
yes,
of the
yes.
member not. It's kind of went off the project, something like that.
Yes, Shatrugnan, challenges can be categorized in terms of process, in terms of people. It could be challenge may come from tool or challenge may come from infrastructure. So there could be multiple challenges.
Okay.
Okay, so challenges may not be from one category. Challenge may not be always, it may not be from only schedule, say, testing delay, development delay. It is, I mean, generally, if you look at, if you are working as a 0 to 3, 0 to 4 years experienced person, then challenge may be, most of the times what we see as a challenge might be different. Then 4 to 10 years or 5 to 10 years experienced people challenges might be different. So 10 to 15 years experienced challenges people may be different. So what I wanted to tell here, so challenge may qualify from or may, I mean, challenging scenario may come from any category, people, process, tools, framework.
Yes, Venkat, able to hear me? This is Chitra here.
Yeah, Chitra, it's audible,
Uh,
Chitra.
yes, Venkat. So actually, even in our team, we faced a couple of things, Venkat. The project that we are in, it has associates who has been interviewed by the customers. Okay, but due to some managerial issues and need of SMEs or strong experts into other teams, right? There was a constant push from management team to move associates from this current team to another account. I mean to another team. Okay, so this becomes very difficult to manage at times because we will have to go along with the management team as well as abide by the customer rules. This was one main challenge that we faced, and it is really very difficult to convince the management team as well as the customer team. That is one thing, and one more thing is the attitude and the mindset of the project associates and management team. Even in many of the projects, even a couple of us would have faced the same situation. There may be scenarios wherein the customer wants to move to agile, but with respect to the top management, according to them, they wanted to move to agile since the customer wanted to but almost all the process will be something like a hybrid model. They want everything to be in waterfall, but try to change it slightly to agile, but not complete agile. They wanted to go with the usual process of waterfall only, but just name it as agile. And there are some projects which generally they try to mention as hybrid model. It's not a complete 100% agile. So these are the two things like even which I had faced practically.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Chitra, for your valuable inputs. Others?
So in retrospectives, so many items for improvements will be discussed, but they won't be coming into the picture like while implementing them. So sometimes it used to happen in our thing, like they used to like all agreed to some of the improvements which all the team members need to abide, but for the next sprint the same item would be there, so there won't be any action plan over there. So those action plans will be missing. Sometimes that's one challenge we faced.
And one challenge I faced was
Shatrugnan. So, Monica, like, how you overcome that challenge?
Yeah, it's like usually it's not like everyone in the team will not be doing it. Some people might be starting it, but as all the members won't be doing it, right, they will be also slowly stopping it kind of. So we will be pushing the team members and we will be encouraging others like that. We used to talk with people personally as well and make sure that started, and initial push is first thing that we used to do it. Like as a scrum master, I used to wait for the next sprint. If that didn't happen, I used to start some of the members as the first push, and then slowly all the team members we would be doing that. In some of the it's for trainings, and some of the manual team members, they are like we pushed for automation, but they are saying they're trying it but they are not able to do it. For them actually we gave some of the time for automation as well. Like some of the things we also did it. So it's one thing the counseling as well, and the other thing is like managing like making room for them to improve as well. So
Okay.
putting that
Okay.
environment for them.
Yeah, Monica, I have one more question. Now, see, you
Yeah.
are a Scrum Master. You found that there is a skill gap with the team members. So,
Yeah.
how you overcome? How you? I mean, so you tried to you have done counseling to those team members multiple times, but they are not improving. There is a clear-cut skill gap which is impacting the agile team productivity. Your sprint productivity it is impacting. So if you appointed as a scrum master for such kind of project, so what you will do?
Yeah, it's like after it's like there are 4 members in the team, but 2 are like they are ready to do. Some other members are like giving all the excuse. Actually, I am telling our situation, how it happened. 2 other
Yeah,
members are like,
I
yeah.
want your answer only. What you have done in your team, actually, I want.
Yeah, 2 other members are like they are not at all confident at all. Like they are like first fear of failing. So that's why we started with the other 2. Like okay, while we are planning the sprint and all, we kept some time for them for automation, small stories and all like that. With the help of experienced people, budding and all like those things, we slowly started making them productive in the automation work. It's not happened in one sprint or so. It's like couple of sprints it happened. It's like first initial trainings they used to take, like that. We added those things also into sprint plannings, small like that. So slowly when these 2 members started some productive work, the other 2 members also got interest. Okay, it's like adding up like that. So they also slowly started. It didn't happen very suddenly, but gradually it happened in our thing.
Okay, right. So yeah, I appreciate Monica for your valuable inputs. Yeah, others, what are the challenges you have faced as a scrum master in your current project?
Ramana, it is overcommitment from the team while sprint planning.
So overcommitment from the team.
I'm Srinivas. Just wanted to answer.
Yeah, Srinivas, please continue.
So my experience is one of the project where I worked. It was a French Netaxis bank. This project was actually need to meet the compliance. So our organization where I was working in a MISIS is a product-based company where they thought like how quickly we can deliver and meet the compliance deadline is to drive this project in the agile mode in a phased manner. So with that mindset, the project has been initiated, and from the MISIS, I mean from my company side, a few people actually leads are undergone for the training of the agile, how the agile will work and all, how the project has to be delivered, and later on the team has formed. A couple of developers and testers were there, and the Scrum Master, I mean, I was not a Scrum Master that time, but still I could see the challenges within the team. And now I am realizing that how, if I am there in the Scrum Master position there, how could I made it good to the given situation? The first point, what I've noticed during that project is that very few people in the only the leads were having a knowledge of the agile, and there was a need of agile transformation within the organization. The mindset of the agile was not there to all the team members. So basically the processes, the activities, what agile will follow, that information was not inculcated in the minds of the team members. This we realized that we were short of delivery deadlines, and later on we did the retrospectives and discussed with the team member. Then we found that there is a lack of communication within the team members with respect to the requirements, and there is a complete lack of information on the product design, where there was not much clarity was there from the project manager or the product owner that time. The thing is, how it used to happen is requirements were frequently changing, and those requirements were directly putting into place for the development. So this, after two sprints, this break has been put to make sure that the sprint cycle is followed and the frozen the requirements, where team can actually decide about how much work they can take, or the task they can take to deliver on that sprint level. So this was the one thing which we have noticed, and also there was an infrastructure issue was there. Since the team project was need to be executed, there was no segregation of the development and the QA environment. So there was a single environment where developer used to put design the code and push the code for the testing. So it used to happen in such a way that over the period of time where the QA team was finding it difficult to track the builds, whether the development what they have pushed to the right time or not, this information was lacking to the QA team member. Then later on, what we decided is that we'll have a separate boxes for the development and the QA, where the development team will not be having an access to the QA environment. If they want to push the build to the QA team, then they have to follow the proper release process. That's where we improve the quality of our deliverables, and this significantly we have seen the improvement in terms of clarity of the understanding of the agile mindset in the team members, and vis-a-vis the product quality, where we could able to deliver of our releases. And we were on the whatever we used to plan as a Scrum Master, whatever he used to plan on the delivery. So it used to be we used to reach with the timelines. So I was not actually the Scrum Master, but I was as a team member from the QA side. But I could see clearly these were the things which the improvement has been done on that project.
Yeah. So thanks, for your valuable inputs. So anyone wants to add any other answers? What are the challenges you have faced as a Scrum Master in your current project?
So, Ramana, so in my team, it was not a major problem, but the thing was the development and the testing team, they had a lead, and like they had juniors. recruited. It was a new requirement. So like there were around 3 to 4 freshers. So the thing was they were good at work, and whatever task was assigned to them, they were doing. But the problem was in the daily status call, the senior person was giving the status for them. Not, it's not like that they were not doing it properly, but they didn't have the confidence to speak up in the call. And client was like, he was a very, again, a very jovial kind of a person. He expected like whoever is working to speak out, like very frankly. He was a kind of a very excited guy always. So his ideology was like, a person first of all needs to speak generally and then go to into the working terms. So whenever you start a discussion with the client, first 2 minutes would be something general topic, like how are you, how's the climate, some random topic, and then he used to come into this. So the problem here was the juniors were not speaking out at all. They were good with the work. They used to move the task and all in the tool correctly, everything, do it within the deadline, but they never spoke out. So communication was the problem. From my end, what I was able to do, first I went to the you can say each person. I had a one-to-one with them, and still they had some, can say, conference-wise issue because they were new to the whole job itself. It's not only regarding project, but they were feeling a little bit, can say, you can say how you have stage fright when you once you go more the stage, kind of something like that. So what I did was, first of all, one-to-one, that actually didn't work that much. So we used to have some status call daily at 12 p.m. No. So what we did was 11:45. I scheduled another call where I used to ask the similar status like how we used to ask in the 12 p.m. call. So for 1 month, 11:45 to 12 was internal status call, and from 12 to 12:15 it was an external, the actual status call. So this happened for 1 month. I said, whatever you're saying in the 11:45 to 12 thing, say the same thing. How you can prepare however you want, but say the same thing. It was like 1 line or 2 line, but just say that those 3 questions, right? Like what were you working on, what you're going to work on today, and the general questions. Be ready with the answer with that. If anything else goes beyond that, if something else is being asked, we'll try to manage from the lead will manage initially, and after that, after 1 or 2 weeks, you need to know what to do for the other questions. So for 1 month, we followed that 11:45 to 12 and 12 to 12:15. And I can say after 1 month, slowly I stopped, can say that 11:45 call saying I had some other calls or some other work or I'm coming late, and they caught up actually eventually. So after 2 to 3 months, they were fine with the, can say, saying status, and they were okay to speak with client directly.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Shatrughan, for your inputs. Okay, so actually what we will do, we will continue this as a tomorrow's topic, challenges faced by Scrum Master.
Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon.